All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 140 of the Eddy Live Show with Heather Lowder, one of my good friends, longtime friends. Long time. Thank you for coming out. I was really happy that you guys were leaving just a bit later.
Yeah.
So that we could squeeze you in, because I was like, oh my gosh, I got to squeeze all these people in before they leave. So,
I know, right?
So, yeah, but now we're here.
A lot of people leaving, so you got to grab us while we're hot.
Yes, exactly, right? So, how are you doing?
Good. I think we're good. You know, it's been a whirlwind the last few weeks of getting everything ready to go after being here 11 years. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but we're happy. We're pretty much in that like final little stretch, I call it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Two more sleeps, as you used to tell our kids, right? Two more sleeps.
That's right. Yeah.
And then we'll be on a plane home. So we're excited. Okay. It's time.
How long of a flight is it? Is it
14 hours?
Okay.
So it's a minute.
Okay. And you're going direct, or do you have to change
from here
around?
to SFO directly.
Okay.
And then we'll have our dog with us. So I'm more worried about her. She's never been off island. So.
Yeah, that's a long flight for a dog, right?
Yeah. Right. We'll see how she does. But she travels pretty well. We've taken her on the high-speed rail down to Kaohsiung and down to Kenting. So it's not her first travel, but it's definitely going to be... It's a long time to be on a plane. It's a long time,
right? Yeah. That's always like, we don't have a dog, but because we're always so busy, but we have my daughter wanted a pet, so we have a rabbit, and she's... It's really cute. Gary Smoke, how you doing, man? Gary says hi, Heather and Eddy. Yeah. Gary
Hello.
Smoke.
Oh, you can see them all, huh?
Yeah. Just up there on the blue little.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Hello there.
Yes. So basically, so she wanted a dog, and we're like, wow, it's so much work we have. And she's like, well, I want a dog. I'm like, I have you. I've got to take care of you and take you to the park, and then I'm going to have to take the dog to the park. And then we're looking at easier animals, and then she's allergic to cats. Apparently, she went to her friends to sleep over, and she came back all like splotchy. I was like, oh wow, okay, she's allergic to cats, I guess. And then we're looking at like turtles and stuff, and we're like, well, something cuddly would be nice. So we settled on a rabbit. We went in to look at rabbits in the store, and there's a big waiting list. So we're like, okay, that's cool. And then Julian and Krista.
We know them well. That's
like,
right.
So they had a little rabbit.
Right.
A little black rabbit called Simon, which we named Oreo. Cute. We named her Oreo. And so that's our rabbit now.
Very cool.
She's so cute. Cool. Yeah, she's a great rabbit.
Fun.
Yeah.
I like it. I like rabbits. I haven't had any as pets, but my neighbors did when we were growing up.
Okay.
And I used to love to go and hang out with them. They're so soft and cuddly. They're like a dog, right?
They are just like a dog, but yeah. A little bit skittish sometimes, so not as but yeah. I mean, it's cool. We're happy with the rabbit. Yeah, she's a cute rabbit. Yeah, we're happy. Yeah. So thank you for the lamps. I really like them. Gary Smoke. That's what Gary said. Yeah.
You're very welcome, Gary. That's right.
You got the lamps.
I'm sure if there's anyone out there, I've sold so much stuff to so many people, given away so much stuff to so many people. I'm bound to have a few fans that are got dehumidifiers, lamps. Okay.
Well, that's the thing.
Fans, right?
That's how it is, when you kind of you're moving, right? Like it's a huge move. It's a huge move, right?
Right.
So you're saying 11 years.
Yep. 11 years.
So let's start from the beginning, if we can. Yeah. So from the States, where originally?
California. We came from California. Okay. Yeah. Tim was offered a position at Taipei American School.
Okay.
He was a last-minute hire, which I don't know if a lot of people know that. They usually hire for teachers December, January at the latest, but they had a lot of enrollment for grade 5. So at the last minute, they were looking for a teacher at the end of June of 2011.
Okay.
And Tim and I had no idea really what the international school system.
It was the first one for you guys? Or?
We had we had just decided to go to a job fair to see what they were like.
It seems to be
job fair like.
It seems to be a common theme.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people we just checked out a job fair. 2 months later, they're in Asia.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, it was literally, we went to this job fair. It was the end of the year. It was the last one.
That's okay. I'm just adjusting stuff.
It was the last one of the year. They do little job fairs throughout the year, and it was the last one of the year. And we went literally red eye to Bethesda, Maryland.
Okay. That's
and
really cool.
We got there, and at the time, the head of school, Dr. Hennessy, had a position open and just emailed Tim directly and said, I want to meet you before the fair even starts, offered him the position, and we had to let him know by the next morning.
We're good. Sorry, I'm just double checking because I don't have an assistant today. We keep going. We're good.
Anyway, so we basically went after she offered us the position. We just kind of looked at each other like, I don't really know where Taipei is.
My mom thought I was in Japan for the longest time.
Yeah, right. I still think some of my friends think I'm in Thailand.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we just kind of like, we were numb kind of to the idea. Like we weren't really sure. And we decided to go to dinner and Google where it was. And we weighed the pros and cons and we decided to pull the trigger. So the very next morning we said yes. And Tim was on a plane here 2 weeks later, not even, I don't think. And I followed a week later. So our entire, truth be told, we had a big wedding planned.
Okay.
And we canceled the big wedding.
So you guys had just got married? Or
we hadn't.
You hadn't got married. Okay.
So he was offered the job and we weren't married.
And you're like, okay. Wow.
And so we had a big wedding planned and had a lot of deposits and things already ready to go.
Okay.
And when Hennessy offered the job, she's like, you got to be married. Do you want to do this right now? We could get the justice of the peace in here. And we're like, no, we'll figure it out. So we went home and turned our big wedding into a very intimate, small wedding in Tahoe and got married. And he got on a flight here and I followed a week later. So our entire married life has been here.
Okay, wow. Yeah, that's cool,
We've never been married in the States.
In the States,
yeah,
wow.
we have never.
That's going to be interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's like another chapter.
Right, really. A whole other chapter. Like we're going to decorate a house together and pick out furniture together.
That's beautiful. I love it.
We hope. I don't know.
Yeah,
hopefully we
it should
have the
be
same
fun.
taste.
It should be fun. Yeah. Well, you have a pretty cool taste with all the artsy stuff that we've been doing in Tianmu and stuff like that.
We've had a lot of
definitely keep us posted with pictures and stuff.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be lovely. I mean, we picked out art in things here, Tim and I have. So it'll be nice, but it'll be interesting to be, in America, married in America with cars and the whole. We've been here the whole time, just in an apartment.
It's like the U.S. with the cars and the garage and there's no garages here. Well, there are in the mountains.
Right.
If you, like the white picket fence. And all that,
yeah.
Right?
I mean, you should hear my husband's stories.
Okay.
He says things to me sometimes, and I think, we were watching a show the other day, and it was a gardening show, and the guy had, my husband's talked quite a bit about growing a garden, and this guy in the show had chickens, and he looks at me, he's like, "What about chickens?"
Let's get chickens.
Hell no, we're not getting chickens. Do I look like a chicken girl to you?
That's
I'm not
good.
doing. I draw the line at planting seeds. So
seeds and chickens, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing chickens. I'll pick. I'll plant some tomatoes, that kind of stuff. But I'm not doing chickens. I can't go quite that.
Okay.
Quite that rusty.
That's funny. Well, we'll see. Give it some time.
The garage, the tools, the building of stuff.
Okay.
It's all stuff we're looking forward to,
that
especially my husband. He's not had a yard to work in.
It's so different when you're raised in the West, and then you come out here and you live in an apartment. I mean, some people have a massive house in the mountains. That's not us. We have an apartment. Right. There's no yard. Right. I mean, there's a balcony this big.
Yeah, about as big as this table.
You're just you can put a barbecue on there, but then the neighbors will complain.
Right.
And it's crazy. It's crazy.
We have a little tiny barbecue that you can fit 2 chicken breasts on.
That's it. Yeah.
And we've even had the thing kind of ignite a little bit.
Yeah.
Had neighbors yelling at us you're going to burn our complex down.
That's crazy.
It'll be nice to just have a yard and a patio.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah, barbecues. I was looking at some pictures. It looks great.
Yeah, it's a pretty house. We got really lucky. Beautiful. I mean, we've never lived in the city we're moving to, so that's a whole nother
nice. Okay.
kind of chapter. Is we're moving to a state we've never been to and a city we've never lived in.
Let's grab this, and that's a really curious one because So we're gonna start here. This is the buffalo, so you can go with the drum or the wing, whatever you want.
I'll go with what's right in front of me.
Whatever. There you go. So this is just the basic buffalo, so it's pretty mellow.
How do you not love it?
Yeah. So now
people don't want to see me lick my fingers.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's good. So, Fee Joey says Heather Lowder is a legend name. All right, we'll take it.
A legend.
And Gary says, and the gas prices.
Yeah, we'll have to be prepared. I don't know that we've budgeted for gas quite the way we should.
Okay.
But we're moving to Mississippi.
So
comparatively,
what spurred Mississippi, a place you guys have never lived?
Yeah.
So that's a curious
decision. At the time that we
decision.
bought that house, we'd never even been.
Okay.
Our first quarantine, 2020.
Uh-huh.
I had just spent about 7 months in the U.S.
Okay.
I got stuck there during COVID. I don't know if people know that.
I did. Because I didn't see you for a long time. Yeah. And then I heard, she's stuck. Yeah. Okay.
So when I was stuck there, I got a really good look at California, a place that I love but have not lived in 10 years at the time.
Things changed, maybe?
It had changed a lot. And it wasn't a place that I saw myself in, especially not retiring. It's a very expensive state to live in. That's no secret.
That's no secret, yeah.
I mean, they tax you on almost the air you breathe.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And we knew our next phase was going to be retirement. And so we needed to have a financial, kind of a better financial hold on the money we had. We weren't going to be able to like give it all up to taxes. And so first quarantine, we came back. We just said, if we didn't live in California, where would we live? And I said, as long as it's near water, I don't really care. And so we just started Googling homes by the water. And I found this.
Wow, really? That's cool.
Yeah. And I found this home online that was on a golf course overlooking the water, a little pond.
Beautiful.
And it was just this really unique house, like nothing I'd ever seen before. Gotcha. And Tim instantly fell in love with it, which was a little bit shocking because
the golf course helps, I'm sure it right?
Does.
Yeah. Okay.
He's always been a little less motivated to, I don't know what the word is. Like, he's a little more, I would be like, oh, let's just buy a house and we'll figure it out when we get there kind of thing.
More
and he's
calculating,
more of a planner,
kind of planning
he's more of a planner, which just makes us a good balance. Because if you left it up to me, I'd be living in like,
you gotta have it.
Nepal in a friggin' on a hammock. You know, I just don't have any real structure to my thought process. So he started researching the city, Madison, Mississippi. And it's one of the number one places to retire.
Beautiful.
It is the safest city in Mississippi.
Okay.
The best school district in Mississippi. Low crime, low taxes. It's like 16% below the national average.
Oh, wow.
Of cost of living.
Okay. And
the town is just unique. It's a very unique town. So we decided to pull the trigger.
So you just said, you know what? We're going to Mississippi.
So
Beautiful.
And we still had 3 houses in California. So we bought this house thinking if worst comes to worst, we can always retreat back to California.
Okay. Sure. Of course.
But we bought it. And the minute we bought it, we needed to rent it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Take your time. You're good.
And we turned around and we were able to rent it with a really positive cash flow.
Beautiful. Wow. Okay. Bonus. Yeah. For sure.
And then the more we researched the area, the more we realized our money, even investment-wise, would go better there.
Okay.
So we bought that one in 2020.
Beautiful.
And my husband joked. He's like, that was one expensive quarantine. Because
yeah, there you go. Okay.
We bought a house. But since then, we've bought actually 3 more in Mississippi.
Okay. Beautiful.
Because
that's beautiful passive income right there. Yeah. Okay.
Because you can get a home reasonable in comparison to California.
Yeah.
And the rent is still good. So we have positive cash flow on all of these homes.
Fantastic.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So hopefully we made a good decision because we're kind of all in now in Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Wow.
But it's a great house.
Yeah. And you were saying the weather of Mississippi is similar to here, right? It's kind of like warm, hot, a bit humid. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that'll be better for us because California is very dry.
Yeah.
And, if you've lived there your whole life, you don't notice it.
But
now that we haven't been there, every summer I go back and I'm like a cracked doll. Like I just start, I'm like so dry. My nose is dry. I sneeze all the time. My fingernails start to fall off.
It's weird, right? It's crazy. Actually, in BC, British Columbia, in Canada, we also... I didn't notice that it was dry, but now when I go back, I get all itchy, and that's when I got to start, buying all the lotions and stuff that I've never done really in my life. And then, it's a weird feeling to be itching in your own skin. It's kind of crazy. It's not a straw. Yeah. I don't tell anyone, but every single person does it. So I got to do one. I got to do a clip video of literally everybody doing that. It's crazy because it's 140 episodes. Pretty much every single person does it. Yeah.
Well, it has the look of a frog.
It looks like a show. We're trying to do our part for the turtles.
Who knows?
The turtles.
I love it. All right, fair enough. That's delicious.
So we got a hey from the Sparky Shine. He says hey.
Hey there, Heather.
Yeah. Well, if you need more when we get to the later ones, you just let me know. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Of course.
Good. So 11 years.
Yeah.
It's got to be bittersweet. Of course.
It is. Right? I had my first big cry today. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to hold on to it.
Yeah.
I went and got my final hair wash. So I've been getting my hair washed here. I don't wash my own hair.
Is it this one right here or no? I had to get it. It was good. It was such a good picture. I was going through it because...
I was so sad.
Actually, the funny thing is my wife doesn't wash her hair at all either. Like she goes like every whatever every day or every couple days or whatever. And I can't remember how much it is, but it's not much.
No,
like
it's
100
not
or a
much
couple
at all.
hundred or something.
Yeah.
It's like the price of a coffee, and you get like your head massage and your hair wash and stuff.
Are you trying to make me cry again?
I've done it a couple times. I'm not going to lie. And it's like, I don't have that much hair because I keep it pretty short usually. But yeah, the head massage for, $200 is not bad.
No, I've done it. I've done it religiously. The entire time I've been here, I've done it every Tuesday religiously.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes every Friday. The Friday, I sometimes, I was feeling a little guilty doing it twice a week, but
No.
I'm going to miss it terribly.
Well, that's one thing for my wife that's her time.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably a similar thing, right? That's your time where you don't have to think about anything. You just go in, got your hair, you're getting the massage. When my mom was here, my wife she was going to go, and I said, take my mom. And my mom's like, no, I can wash my own hair, because my mom's from, and I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, just go. And my mom was just like, what? It's weird, right?
Right.
And then when she came back, she was just like, ooh, that was great.
Why
When are we doing that again?
every day?
Yeah. What? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, I've already Googled hair wash places in Mississippi.
Okay.
Because I'm so...
Yeah,
and
we're hooked on it now.
They have a beauty school.
Okay. Oh, that's
where
great.
They teach you, and they do a hair wash and blow dry for $10.
Ooh, that's nice.
So it's a little more expensive than here, but still within my budget to do it, hopefully once a week.
That's beautiful.
Because I'm super addicted. I'll miss that probably most of all.
I remember when I was in college, they have like a barber sort of a section, and you could just go in there for free haircuts, and I would because my hair grows so fast. I would go in there all the time and just sometimes get pretty bad haircuts, but usually I would just be getting the buzz.
Anyways, right?
Yeah, so it's like, hey, this is great.
Yeah.
So it was free haircuts for a long time. It was good. It was good times. Yeah.
So
but here it's not expensive. But yeah.
A little unknown fact of Heather is I'm actually a beauty school dropout. So I did beauty school.
You got to sing the song now. Beauty school dropout. Yeah.
Go back to high school.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I went to beauty
Okay.
school when I was a senior in high school. You could do like a work program. So you would go to school for the mornings, and in the afternoon you could go to some additional adult education / and so I would go to beauty school in the afternoons.
Beautiful. I love it.
And it was awful. It was terrible. That is not the job for me.
Okay, it's got to be tough. I mean, I don't have no idea, but it's got to be tough.
It was at beauty school. You have pretty much everyone that comes in is in their later years. They're
okay,
they're
that
looking
makes
to
sense.
make a deal, right?
Yeah.
And they all have pretty much thinning hair.
Oh, okay.
And they all want to look like they have a full head of hair. And so they would come in every week for what's called a wet set. So you wash their hair. Okay. You take the few strands they have left and you put it in rollers. And you put them under the dryer. So it's wet and you set it. So it's called a wet set.
A wet set.
And then they come out and you back comb it. You probably don't know what back combing is.
Yeah. But
if you back comb, you take your hair and you go like this.
And it frizzes out, right?
Frizzes out at the base.
Okay.
And then they would frizz it out at the base, and then you brush it down flat, so the top of it, hairspray it, and then they go home and sleep on a silk pillowcase for a week and come back the next week and do it again. It's called the wet set. And
silk pillowcase
drove me bananas. These women would come in with basically nothing to work with and wanted to leave like they were,
That's tough. That's a tough one. It's the equivalent of the comb over, yeah?
It's like I can't do this for a living. I can't do it.
That's tough.
Yeah, I did not make it through beauty school. So I am a beauty school dropout.
Well, I love it. That's a good term, the beauty school dropout. We've got a hello from Sparky Shiny. How you doing, brother? You good? Thanks for checking it out. Beauty school dropout. Well, that's a good. So now you're being the customer is so much better, right?
Yeah. And I have a better appreciation for what it takes, right? Like that's a lot, especially here because, in America, getting your hair done is like a thing. You go in, you get it colored and dyed and tinted and
couple $100 or something or whatever it is, right? Yeah, for sure.
Hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
For me to go in and get this 45-minute treatment.
Yeah.
And then have them charge me $6.
It's like, so crazy.
I'm like,
I do it sometimes, man. Like my wife will be like, I'm going to go do the hair. And I'll be like, I got nothing to do. I mean, my hair is pretty short usually, but I mean the head massage and kind of like It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Even as a
they
man,
earn
I
that
enjoy
money
it.
10 times over. I don't know how they do it that cheap, for sure.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
We love it.
I love it. Yeah. Grab the next one. Yeah. How was the first one? You're okay? Yeah, we can take your time. No problem.
All right. What's this one?
The next one is Chipotle.
All right. Chipotle.
Okay.
All right. I'll take a wing this time.
Take the wing. Okay. So this
Give
is
it
the
a shot.
Chipotle.
All right.
So again, it's a pretty mellow one, right? These two are pretty chill, right?
I love Chipotle though. That smokiness.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh yeah, that's really good. My husband's probably very jealous right now. He's eating fish tacos though, so he's happy.
He's happy. So 11 years, you must have some favorite places in Taiwan, right?
Yeah, it's hard to narrow it down though. We've loved everything
sure.
we've done here.
Yeah.
I mean, a highlight for us for sure was every time we would go to Kenting. Kenting always felt like it felt like we were kind of in California in a way. You know what I mean? Like it has a real beach vibe.
Exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we had some favorite places we would like to eat there. We had a favorite little we had this favorite little these restaurants that are cars during the day and then they convert to restaurants during the
I love
evening.
that.
There was a little reggae bar there. And the guy Alex us became really good friends. So whenever we come down, we'd hang out with him. So Kenting felt really a great place. We loved Kenting. We loved Green Island.
Okay.
I think anytime we were close to the beach, always felt really good.
I think Kending to me feels like a small beach town in Mexico. You know what I mean? Like similar.
Right.
Like when you go to Mexico and you're not into like the big touristy town. You're kind of like a little beach town. And I have family all over Mexico. And when we go to Kending, that's what it feels like.
Right.
You're at your B&B and you're trying to order breakfast, but the owner's just looking at you like, yeah, I'm going to finish reading my paper first. It's like mañana time. Everyone's just like, yeah, I'll take your order in a sec. I'm going to finish this article first. And I enjoy that. I love it. I think this summer we'll probably do, so our plan was to go home this summer.
Okay.
But we talked to some family, so we're going to push it to Christmas.
Okay.
And then the plan is to all meet in Mexico, just get like a villa in Mexico for a month. So that's the plan. We did that once before in my life, and it was like the best experience ever. Because when we go to Mexico, it's not the same as when, let's say, maybe a non-Mexican goes. Like when we go, first of all, Mexican family's massive.
Got it, right.
And then it's like you go to this house and then to this house and then cousin and then boom, 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 boom. And then your 30 days is gone. Right. You didn't go shopping. You didn't go to the beach. All you did was eat and drink all day.
Right.
Which is good for 3 days, pushing it. But I mean, after a week, you're just like I'll have beers and stuff, but a week of it, I can't do it. I'm just like, okay, and then it's like, oh man, I don't see you. And it's just, so, and the worst thing is the bickering. Because again, Mexican families maybe
in general,
they're going to be like, oh, you went to see this guy before you came to see me. Don't bother. You're like, are you? I come here like once a decade.
Right.
So
right.
come on, man.
See me.
Come and see me.
I'm here. You come to me.
Yeah. So the one time when I was in college, we did that. We rented like a villa. We all went, and it was. I mean, Mexico is pretty cheap, but it was massive.
Oh, nice.
And we just said, Grandma, Grandpa, aunts, uncle, it's all paid for. You just come.
Nice.
And so many of them came. My grandma came. It was amazing. We didn't have to hear the bickering. It was just, they had like tennis court there. Right. It was just so good. Nice. And they were talking about that. And I said, well, why don't we do that instead? Right. And they're just like, yeah, because when I go visit Canada, that's great for me. But if we all go to Mexico, we're all on vacation.
Right.
And Mexico's cheap and it's yummy and it's beautiful. So that's kind of the plan. Unless something massive happens, but that's the plan. Yeah. Hopefully.
Well, that's what we were actually going to get married. That was our big wedding.
Mexico.
Was in La Paz.
Okay.
And we had rented a big villa. It had 3 houses on it and everything. And that was the thing. Everybody was just going to show up. I was going to hire a chef to just come and cook everything all day. Yeah. And just hang out, because that just relieves all the stress, the expectations. Everybody's there for the same reason. We're just here to relax. So I envy that. That'll be exciting.
So the funny thing is, like I cook all day, and my mom, she was a cook and she cooked all day. But also, yeah, when you have somebody like that, like the chef, like apparently this villa, you can pay another, $500 or something for the month, and it's the chef for the month or something, right?
Nice.
And it's just like, I'm like, well, I like cooking, and I'm like, but I like eating more, and so what's up, Trey? And I was just like, yeah, so let's do it. So it's going to be a few thousand US, I believe, but for like a full month, massive place, beach. So that's the plan. So hopefully it works out. Yeah, that's the plan.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so I said,
all
all
right,
right,
like a best vacation ever.
we'll work through the summer. We'll work through all the craziness. Hopefully quarantine and all that is going to be, I would say by the end of the summer, it should be over.
I think so too.
Because we're all over it. We were just talking about how over it we all are.
Right.
I think it was a few months back, a friend of mine I was helping him install a stereo system outdoors, and it was like a sort of a private area.
Right.
So we didn't wear masks, and we were just outside. There was no one around for miles or whatever. We're out there doing our thing, no mask. And I was outside, and I was like, holy crap! I can't even remember the last time I was outside for 6 hours with no mask.
Right.
And I'm like, this is amazing.
Right.
And it was just like something you take for granted. You're like, oh my gosh, I have no mask.
Right.
And I'm outside, like working on installing speakers.
Right.
This is great.
Breathing regular old-fashioned air instead of that recycled version that's in my mask.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well,
I loved it.
I feel like Taiwan is realizing that that's where they need to be. And hopefully they will because, I couldn't quarantine again. I've done it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that again. And the mask situation does seem like it's run its course. So hopefully they'll get on board with that too.
I think right now, we're super thankful that Taiwan did all the good things that they did when they did them.
I
but
agree.
now it's definitely time to be like, okay, let's move on. I mean, I'm not sure, but I think it's only Taiwan is one of the few, if not the only place left where it's like, all the PCRs and the quarantines and all this and the mask. Right. So it's kind of like I think it's time to.
Yeah.
Keep
well,
moving.
I mean, they've got enough data out there now to realize that, for the most part, if you've done everything you can, and Taiwan did, then you do have to shift to living with it instead of trying to avoid it.
You can't stay on this island for the rest of your life and never go anywhere. Right. Yeah.
So I think they're realizing, and they did a great job getting us to this point, but it is that shift now of it's here. We're going to need to live with it rather than try to avoid it is happening.
Agreed.
So
Love it.
Well, good luck. That sounds like an amazing trip.
I mean, we're on Facebook, so I'll definitely be posting.
Yes.
Hopefully it works out. It will be nice because before we opened this branch, I went to Mexico. We went to LA for this sort of business class thing. And then from there to Mexico was really cheap. So we went for about a week, and it was the first time I was there in probably 15 years.
Wow.
And it's like, we were out. I was with my wife. We were walking downtown with my uncle, and then we walked by like a church, one of the cathedral churches, and there was like the grandmas making all the food, and there was mariachis there, and we went in and we ate, and I like started crying. Right. I just started like bawling. I was like, oh my God. And they're like, you okay? I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Just give me a minute. And I was just like, it was crazy. It was the first time that I've had that feel, and I was just like, this is amazing. So it was cool.
Right.
Cool
I
play.
think there's a part of us that's always, home is always a very specific place. You know what I mean? And we can love another place. Like, I love Taiwan.
I love it too.
I love it.
Yeah.
But there will always be this spot of me, like when I'm like in America or whatever, that feels like I can, exhale a little bit more. I don't know why. So I could see that 100%, right?
You just be like the normal person. You're not the foreigner, the Wyvern, or you have to,
Right. And things seem familiar so much that they're even like bring up things like from your childhood and stuff. It just feels more comfortable.
It's crazy.
Right? I can see that.
My wife was shocked. She's like,
are you okay?
Like bawling. I have like these Ray-Bans on, and I'm just like...
It was the grandmas,
It was
right?
just like the grandmas and the
empanadas.
mariachis were singing Guadalajara, and that's where my family's from, and that's where we were, and it was like Guadalajara, Guadalajara, and they're like, and I'm just like, oh man, it's like I couldn't even. I was like, what's going on? Like, and then it was just crazy. It was a crazy experience.
That's good. That's proof that you have that connection to that place. That's
crazy.
Positive.
It was
I think that's
just
great.
like unbelievable. Yeah.
Good for you.
So, do you have some things that you will miss most about here, aside from the hair? I'm sure the hair watching is...
I think there's some certain things that are uniquely Taipei or uniquely Taiwan to me that I will miss. It is the most, and I haven't extensively traveled the world, but I've traveled the world quite a bit.
Yep.
Taiwan is seriously the most friendly, ridiculously nice people. Like, I have never, in California, I lived in the same house when I met Tim. I had lived in the same house for probably like 8 years. I knew my neighbors by like a hello, right? Hey, my neighbors. Here, one of the first times I remember being in the grocery store and I was like looking for something, and the lady like was trying to help me figure out what I was looking for, a nail file, right? Okay. And I don't speak a word.
I don't even know how to say that, so it's not something. I was like trying
to show her this thing, and she worked at Carrefour, and she walks me over the nail polish, and I was like, no, and she walked me over to like cotton balls. I'm like, no, like nail polish remover, right? And I was like, it's okay, right? But I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm like, if I can't get a nail file here, right? Can I live in a country where I can't get a nail file?
Right? Yeah, I couldn't get deodorant for so long.
We had to bring that stuff in.
I had to smuggle deodorant in.
We did too.
It's crazy, yeah.
So a few minutes later, I leave her and she leaves me. A few minutes later, she comes over and taps me on the shoulder. And she says, come with me. And she takes me back all the way to the corner of this Carrefour, and she pulls out her personal purse, like her purse, right?
Oh, wow.
And she pulls out a nail file, right? Like a metal nail file, like a permanent one, not one of these like little emery boards. And she's like, this, right? And I said, yes, this. She would not, she made me take hers.
She's like, take mine.
She would not let me take it. Like, I was like, I'm not taking your nail file. Like, that would be unheard of in California, right?
Well, anywhere, right? Really. Canadians are famously friendly, but that would never happen in Canada either.
Yeah. So, and it's been a thing like that after that. I remember being lost on the street one time, like looking at my phone, and a lady came up, and I tried to show her where I was going, and she's like, I'll take you. I'm like, no, just point it out. She goes, no, I'll take you. And half of the way there, she stopped at her favorite treat place.
Oh my gosh.
And bought me what she considers her favorite Taiwan treat because she wanted me to have it.
She's like, I want you to try this.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That is so unique.
Yeah.
And I did mistake that for being all of Asia because Taiwan was my first Asian experience.
Me too. Yeah.
And even though other Asian countries are lovely, I'm not trying to say.
Agree.
That level of like friendly love that I feel here, I did not get that in other countries that I've been to.
I agree 100%.
So it is very unique in Taiwan. And Beautiful. I love that. And I will miss that terribly. Okay. And I've made the friends I've made. I mean, I have tons of local friends that I'll miss terribly.
I got a bunch of pictures on. At the end, we'll rapid fire some of the pictures, and you can tell me what's going on.
I did it again, right?
The straw,
My
perfect.
Goodness sakes, I fell for the straw.
So Gary is saying, what's the name of the salon? Gary Smoke.
I have no idea, and they don't speak a word of English.
Yeah, that's the best. The ones with no English.
All I know is it's on Kerchang Lu, and I say that wrong, near that famous Taiwan spring onion pancake place, the famous one.
I know which one you're talking about.
It's 2 doors down from there.
Okay. I think there you go. Yeah.
I don't know. And they don't speak a word of English. It was so sweet today
That's
because she's never spoke any English to me. But her daughter speaks English. And her daughter came one day and said to me, my mom wants me to tell you that she loves that you come every time. She wishes she could talk to you. And I was like, oh, how sweet. And then today she typed in something in her phone and translated it to me to say, I will miss you very much. I hope you have good memories of my Taiwan. Please come back and play.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love the play. That's great.
So whatever play translates, I think it was visit probably translates to play.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
But I don't know their name. I mean, I don't know the name of the place. I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Have you been to Lanyu? Is that Green Island or Blue Island? Lanyu.
Lanyu, I think it's Green Island, right?
I think it is, right?
I think it is.
Is it?
Orchid Island. We have not been to Orchid.
Okay.
We've been to Shaliocho. We've been to Green Island.
Shaliocho. I know a guy who's he's like the free diving king of Shaliocho.
Yeah. I think I follow him on Facebook.
Yeah. Awesome. I've got it maybe this summer.
It's a great place.
But
I really liked Green Island better, but maybe it's because it was my first off-island island.
Gotcha.
But it was a really unique place. They've got that ocean hot springs right there. Okay. So it's one of only 2 in the whole world where the hot spring bubbles up in the ocean. So you can sit right there.
Okay.
And it's just a really pretty island. And it used to be used for the wartime, like during the Great White Terror, they would take the the prisoners there, so there's lots of old history out there. We
cool.
really loved it. So if you haven't done Green Island, I would do that. And Shelly Ocho was fun, kind of more upbeat. This one was more laid back.
The funny thing is, I've been here a long time, and I have traveled to not as many places as I should have.
Well,
been.
you do run a business.
We work a lot, and
two.
we just, exactly. So,
right.
Long time no see. Nice, Carrie McGregor. Nice to see you, my man. Thanks for checking it out. Yes, it's tough. It's tough. And as soon as I came here, I worked, and then I was coaching soccer, and I had my own little soccer school. So it's always been busy. But now the plan is hopefully this summer, go down. We'll go down and do some stuff. We have right now. We got a pretty good crew here.
Okay. Nice.
And so it'll be good. It's tough. It's tougher than you think to find people to work. It's
I bet.
Crazy,
I've heard
man.
this
It's like,
before.
it's crazy.
I've heard this before, that it's hard to get them in, and then you know, they just start to slack off. My kid worked for you for a minute.
Yeah, but she was good though. Yeah. She was pretty good. Yeah, what's she up to now? What did I ask you? Yeah. How long ago was it? How old is she now?
She graduated Taipei American School in 2016.
Okay.
So she turned 24 this year.
Whoa.
Yeah, 24 this year. I was trying to make sure I do the math right.
No, I'm like, it's been so long because so many kids have come through.
I know.
And of course I remember 99% of them, but I don't remember when that was.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, come on.
It's like a blur. It's
when
crazy.
People tell me I've been here 11 years, I feel like that was like 2018.
Yeah.
I'm like, not 2011.
Yeah,
right? Like that's
it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
just doing really well, working with animals. She's always been good with animals and kids, and
Beautiful.
so she's working as a veterinary assistant right
Nice.
now
Okay.
in Madison, Wisconsin.
How far is that from Mississippi?
It's
I have no
about a
idea.
10-hour drive.
Okay. So in the States, that's a doable drive.
Yeah,
Totally,
it's a doable drive.
Here, they're
And-
like, ooh. But in the States, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay, beautiful.
much closer
That's
than
cool.
if I was in California. California would not have been drivable.
Okay,
California was like a 4-day drive. Like,
Yeah,
not
that's too
gonna work.
much. That's too much.
So yeah, close enough. So
Okay.
she's done really good. Thanks for
Good.
asking.
Yeah,
you know,
of course,
she's just,
of course.
She's doing what you're supposed to do at 24, figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Figure it out, right?
That age, I was here teaching kindergarten, single guy. I was just like, I think I'm going to stay here. This is nice. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Just figure
no
it out.
idea what to do.
That's the conversation I have. You know,
That's
when
good.
I talk to her, it's like, what's going on? I don't know. I'm doing this. I'm not. All right. As long as you're figuring it out,
You're
I
happy?
couldn't be
You
more
like
happy,
it? Cool.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so
good.
She's
So
done really well.
10 hours is not bad at all.
No, we'll do Christmas.
Not
We'll
bad
do
at all.
Thanksgiving. We'll do it
Beautiful.
all.
Okay. Oh, that's going to be nice.
Yeah.
She'll be able to just zip over and surprise you guys whenever she wants.
Not surprise us.
Not surprising. Okay.
I mean, she could, but I think
could, yeah.
I don't think she'd ever just zip by. But
Okay,
definitely
okay.
be like, "Hey, Mom, I want to come this weekend," or "Hey,
Okay,
Mom, I'm going to
okay.
come next week," kind of thing. Which
It's great. Yeah.
since COVID, I haven't seen her in 2 years. I mean, I haven't laid
so
eyes.
hard.
Right?
That's so hard. Yeah.
So it'll be nice to just be able to like put eyeballs on her.
For us, my hometown is in British Columbia, Canada, and it's close to Alaska. So way up there.
Wow, that is.
So
way
for
up
us to go, I just Ryan was here. Ryan Haynes was here earlier, and I was just chatting with him about it. And he, for my hometown, to drive from my town to Vancouver, which is like the huge city,
Got it.
is 16 hours, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's a badge of honor for people in my town that like, yeah, we did it straight. We did it in 14 or we did it in whatever. And it's just like, and for me, like now living here, I mean, downtown, people are like, hey, we're going out for drinks. Oh, cool. Where are you going? Downtown. I'm like, oh, where's downtown? And if it's past that Sogo Bridge,
Yeah, you're not doing
I'm
it.
like, yeah, I'm not going. I'm just,
not doing
it's
it.
so bad.
It is
I'm like,
really-
yeah, I'm not going to go.
I'm not gonna go.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
getting out of Tianmu is a nightmare anyway.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like what should be a 20-minute drive turns into an hour and 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Especially on a Friday night.
Exactly.
You're not getting out of Tianmu.
And then Tianmu's such a good spot. So
It
it's
is.
like,
It is.
you
Right?
got the Mexican places and Indian food and movie theater and the parks and the
Right, you got
baseball
it all.
stadium.
Yeah, you got it all.
And
I mean,
burgers and whatever, good stuff kicking around. It's a great place to be for sure.
Yeah. No,
And-
for
and the
sure. We were talking
schools
about
are
that
great.
earlier.
Yeah.
It's an instant community here. You got
It's great.
everybody you want. I mean, we can't walk down the street without running into 4 or 5 people, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure,
it's
all
a
the time.
community
Yeah,
that is.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to leave, right?
We were just talking about chickens and possibly raising them. So let's try.
Oh,
let's
all
try
right,
a little
we're
bit of
moving on to this.
a little bit of this guy here. So this is the halfway point. This is a Korean style.
All right.
So it's a little bit spicier for sure. So
All right.
you want to go drum or wing, whatever you want to do.
I'll go drum this time.
Go for it. Yeah.
Wing,
do your thing. Do
all
your
right,
thing. Yeah. Do your thing.
Oh, let me not get this all over. See, I just did not want
that's
to do that.
okay.
Look
No
at me.
problem.
You can't take me anywhere.
No problem.
It starts a little sweet though.
Yeah, it does. It's a little sweet. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
There it is.
There it is. That's the kick. That's the kicker, right?
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Yeah. So this is actually a really popular one now.
It's delicious.
One of my ex-staff their family had a Korean place, and I was like, you need to show me. You the straw? All right.
I'm taking it out. I'm taking it out.
I said, you got to show me the sauce. And he showed me the sauce, and then I kind of tweaked it a little bit, and it became this. So
all right.
pretty awesome to get in on that. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Let's do it. And you're pretty good with spice usually. Like, okay, good.
One of my first words in Mandarin was la jo.
Okay.
La jo, because I was I need spice. How do I get spice? So I would say la jo. That was like, I learned thank you, hello, and la jo were my first words.
Wow, okay. Nice.
But as I get older,
yeah, when you get older,
I do pay for it a little.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow's going to be interesting for sure.
I'm glad I'm not on the plane tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely don't recommend that. Julian
really
was
good.
looking really rough at the end. Yeah.
Oh,
Julian
yeah?
Thornbury. Yeah. It was. I also had a couple of the students on.
Oh yeah.
Owen Lee, and Miles Haynes.
Yeah. I know.
They've been
Owen
coming
Lee.
for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a little podcast. I said, let's do a little crossover.
Oh,
Come
cute.
over.
How cute.
It was awesome. Yeah.
I'll have to go check it out.
And that was the first time where I was kind of like legit scared, because they looked really rough. I was like, oh. And their kids. I was like, no.
Please.
I had to be on the kids. I was like,
mom.
oh my gosh. Yeah. The parents loved it. They thought it was the most hilarious and best thing ever. But I was like live. I was like, oh my God, you guys all right? You guys sure you're okay? They were just like,
yeah, we're fine.
like dripping from everywhere. Just like, it was crazy. I thought, ooh, so sorry, man. Yeah. So funny.
Isn't the Lees, they're from Canada, right?
They are from Canada. Yeah. The Lees come by a lot. Yeah. Good folks for sure.
Can they handle the heat in Canada?
Not usually. Not usually. Yeah. But it
I
was
don't
a
feel
good
like
one.
Canadian food is famous for the heat.
Okay, I'll take it. No, this is good. No, this is all. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, no, it was good. It was turned out to be. It's fun. It's good stuff. How was that one?
That was delicious.
Not too spicy.
It
was
did the
spicier,
job.
right? Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, it did the job for sure. But delicious. Thank goodness for the heart chocolate.
Yeah, for sure. So halfway through, let's go through the pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Oh, this could be terrifying.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Bam, number one.
Aww.
Tell me what you think.
Oh,
It's a good crew right there. Yeah,
there's some. I mean, they're just such amazing women. I think part of the expat experience, especially for me, was meeting women who are equally as strong. You know, I feel like the friends I've made in America who are amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, sure.
Were just not the same like mental strength. You know what I mean? Like almost all of my friends in America couldn't imagine doing this.
To do this is tough.
Right.
It's a tough thing to do. Yeah.
So I think what happens is you meet other women that have that same toughness. It's super unique. You know what I mean?
Very.
And so every
100%.
one of these women have been like inspirational, are powerful women who have done really amazing things. So I will miss them all. Some are already gone.
I know. It's
it
so
happens
sad.
So fast, right?
It happens. People just leave, right? Boom,
Yeah,
let's
that's
go
part
on
of the
next
expat
one.
experience.
Oh, I know. We got some good ones here.
This is us actually. We went. That's my mahjong girls. We played mahjong, and we went to Thailand.
Where did you learn mahjong? I mean, how? Because I've always been like, I should learn it, and then all of a sudden, all the expat ladies here in Tianmu play mahjong, and I'm like, what? Where did you guys learn that?
It's
amazing.
I know. So there's several different styles. So I will say that up front. There are several different styles. So I learned a specific style with Helen Soderberg. You know,
of
Soderberg.
course, yeah.
She did.
She's probably in one of those pictures. Yeah,
she probably is.
Yeah.
We're very good friends.
Yeah.
So she taught me a very specific style, and I played with her. She had a little game she did every Wednesday, and we would play together every Wednesday. And then they used to do a game at ACC, and I'd been I've been begged to come play the ACC, but they played a different version, and I was nervous because I had only played this one version.
Okay.
And they finally talked me into it, and so I started playing with the ACC girls.
Beautiful.
And we did three actually, overseas kind of mahjong trips. So we went to Thailand. So this is us in Thailand on a mahjong trip.
Okay. Boom.
Aww.
That's a great picture. Nicole, right?
Nicole.
All these ladies are fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All of them. Leslie, Andrea, I'm pretty sure this was, in fact, I know what this is.
One of those Kentucky things,
Yeah,
right?
so we used to do the Melbourne Cup
that's
at
what it
ACC,
is.
and it was a big event, huge event. You come and you wear your big hat.
So cool.
But last year, maybe even this year, I don't know, but last year for sure, the ACC canceled it, due to COVID.
Everything's canceled because of COVID. Yeah.
And Nicole was like, well, let's just do it at my house. So this is actually her balcony off of her beautiful home.
That's beautiful.
She left now too, though, so we won't ever get to see that again. But yeah, we did it at her house. So that is, So
I remember
Melbourne Cup at her house.
She was sharing a bunch of pictures, and I was like, "Is that her house? Oh my god!" That's
she had a
beautiful.
great house. She had the view was unbelievable.
Okay. Boom. There we go.
That's
here.
That's
here. We had to slip that in there.
Right? There we go. Yeah, that's Rebecca and Ben Kinsley and their kids, two of their three kids.
Yes.
I'm bummed I didn't get to really say goodbye to them because she's been back and forth quite a bit.
I haven't seen them around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been, COVID's been rough, especially
they've also been kind of stuck with COVID, right?
Yeah, it's been tough, especially for kids that are, she has two children at school in America, so they were shutting down schools. And when you're here and your kids are at university in the States.
It's got to be
and
tough.
they shut down, where does your kid go? Right?
I never even thought of that. Wow, yeah.
So she's had to go home. They have a home in the U.S., so she's gone home several times to be with the kids and during that time where they couldn't be at school. So, we got to say goodbye last time she left, but not a solid hug. So
gotcha.
I'll have to catch her. I'll have to catch her in the States sometime.
Are they close by to you or not really?
They are not. They're in
That's far.
Colorado.
Okay. That's quite a ways.
But whatever.
It is what it is.
We'll
you can
see
we can make it happen, right?
Right.
Okay.
We can make it happen.
Beautiful. Bam. I had to put that in there. Come on, right? Yeah. I had to put that in there.
Yeah, one of our many. After you were so gracious to let us use your space.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love it. Yeah.
We've had some great craft fairs. We have some amazing artists and people here.
Yeah. I was wondering if it was gonna keep going, or because I know that
so.
Corey and them left, right? And Rachel.
I hope so. I had kind of spearheaded it for a long time.
I know. That's why.
Right? And then, Rachel had asked if she could kind of take it over, and I was kind of ready at the time to hand over the reins because
it's a lot.
It's a lot to organize.
For sure.
And so she had taken it over, and she'd done a stellar job.
She did amazing too, for sure.
It was amazing.
Of course.
And then they decided to pull the plug pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I think because she was leaving, and I think she kind of passed the reins on, and then I don't know what happened after that. I mean, I'm not calling anyone out, but I just
I don't know.
I don't know what happened. Yeah.
So I'll probably reach out to a few of the craft ladies that are still around.
Tell them to hit me up. I mean, we can set something up.
Yeah,
no problem.
I would love to, because it would be a shame for these wonderful women to not have a place to showcase their stuff.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So but that was great, and you were always such a good host to let us come and do it.
It's my pleasure. And also, there's like some of the parents and stuff, kids from the school talking about bake sales, and I'm like, you know what? Just do them in front of the restaurant because. I guess it's complicated, with the school, with COVID and all that. You can't really do anything. Right. So I said, just set it up here. So this year, hopefully, once everyone gets back, we'll just, I mean, that's the stuff that I miss from back home. When the sports team has like a bake sale, selling hot dogs and cookies or whatever. Yeah, I was like at the supermarket, Like, this is great.
Right,
I love that. That's so
right.
cool. I love that. So
yeah, I've got many boxes of cookies
for
a kid trying to raise money for Little League.
Exactly. Yeah. I do miss Girl Guide cookies. Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever in my life stolen. There's a story there. I didn't really steal Girl Scout cookies, I promise you.
I love it.
But I definitely borrowed a box from a coworker.
Sounds fantastic.
Because I love them that much.
Beautiful. All right, let's keep going. Get a couple more in there.
Aw, same thing. These are some of my mahjong ladies.
Great.
It was I think it was a going away party for someone. I don't remember which one now.
It's so hard to pick pictures for you because like there's hundreds and they're all like good. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a going away party. I'm pretty sure. I just don't remember who. But there's more of my mahjong ladies. It might have been Asma, who's there on right in front of me.
Okay.
It could have been Danielle, who's right here on the side, on the front too.
That's
in fact, almost all of these ladies are gone.
One of the tough things about being here is the people that go, right?
Yeah, I've watched people go for 11 years.
Yeah,
right?
now
and
you
now
guys
I'm
go,
leaving.
and it's like it's crazy.
Yeah,
and it's the people that you think are sticking around. I mean, it's life, right? But it's just kind of crazy, right? We did your hair wash already.
Yes.
You did that one already.
There you go. That was my last one. That was today.
The last hair wash, yeah.
I was very sad.
Yeah. This is a great crew as well.
Oh, yeah. Eddy is in there, and Leslie, and Corey. Yeah, another great. I think it was actually, I think it was Rebecca's birthday. I think that's Rebecca's house. Because that drum in the background right there, that red one, I've often asked her if that wouldn't be a good parting gift for me. So I love it.
Yes.
She never bit.
Fantastic.
She never bit on
she didn't do it.
But I really liked it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so that was like, I think it was her birthday. I think.
And then you've got a lot of the ladies here as well that are gone, but
yeah, it's crazy.
But
fantastic, all of them except for Leslie, I think, are gone too.
Yeah, I think so. Right? I think so.
Oh goodness sakes!
Crazy times, though.
Breaks your heart.
It does.
Not goodbye. It's so long. This is an art class. So we took a painting class from Christy Thornbury.
Yeah. And that's her studio in the back, or is that somewhere?
Yes, that's her studio in the back. Okay. And I had always told her whenever she did a cherry blossom, I wanted to take it because I'm fascinated and in love with cherry blossom.
Okay.
So she reached out to me and said, I'm going to do the cherry blossom. Let's do it. So, yeah, I have that framed and ready to hang on my house in Mississippi.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a great class. She does great work. She's very talented.
Yeah, she's great.
If I could be half as talented. Yeah.
She's, some of the stuff she's done, it's like,
her sister's just as talented, too.
Yeah,
she has a sister. Her sister's name's Heather, actually, and her sister's just as talented.
Okay.
It's not fair.
Okay.
They should be spreading the wealth.
I mean, my daughter's a really good artist with sketching and stuff, and when she was a little bit younger, you're trying to draw little things for her, and she'd be like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's a pig." She's like,
"Give me that pig."
That's not a pig. All right, a 5-year-old is like, no, and then they can legit draw better than you. You're like, ugh.
Oh yeah, all right, that's not my skill set. Let me teach you how to make a tamale.
There you go. Last one. I didn't know you guys were so close with the Coopers.
Very, very,
They're
very close.
I love them. Some of my favorite people ever.
She's actually wearing one of the hats I crocheted.
Okay.
She's wearing a red one, and I'm wearing one that I crocheted. Very close to Brentley and Mary Beth.
I didn't know that.
We're still in touch with them. I talked to her yesterday.
How far are they away from you guys?
They're in Idaho, so that's a ways.
That's quite a ways.
It's much closer to California.
Okay.
But they travel a lot. They have her daughter is in Mississippi, not Mississippi, Wisconsin, where my daughter is.
Okay.
And so actually, when Mary Beth goes back to visit her daughter, she usually reaches out to Julia, and they get together.
Beautiful.
So and they're mobile. He's retired now.
Yeah.
And so
well, they're always on bikes, right? They have their YouTube channel and stuff.
The U.S. right now.
Okay.
They were leaving Idaho, going all the way back to New York. They're going to bike across the U.S. So I don't know where they are in that phase. They might be close to being done. Anyways, her daughter's getting married in a few weeks. So.
I just saw the post. I was like, what? Yeah. And again, time is, a mess in my own brain. But I just think, didn't she just graduate? Like, I'm just like, was that like last year? Probably 5 years ago.
No, I think
don't even know.
She graduated. I believe she graduated the same year Julie did, so 2016.
There you go.
So you're talking,
so that's a perfect age.
Like 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. See, that's unbelievable.
Yep.
Time just flies.
Yeah, we're very close to them. So we plan to see them when we get back. We've got a wedding to go to in Idaho, and so we've already planned to kind of like hook up with them when we get out there and see them.
Nice.
So good friends.
Beautiful.
That was the there's an area down I don't know where. I'd murder the name if I heard it, but they do all those Christmas decorations. If anyone's ever done it at Christmas here in Taipei.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's gorgeous. If
really?
You've never
I don't
done
think
it.
I know it. No.
Yeah. Do you remember what it's called, husband? It's in New Taipei City.
Okay.
And you Google New Taipei City Christmas decorations, and it's like city blocks of it, and you could walk all around.
Oh, I think I've seen images of it, but I haven't actually went.
It's really,
I gotta get out.
It's worth it.
I gotta get out more. Hey, man, what's up?
It's worth it, and so that's us there. We've been walking under lights and stuff like that.
Okay,
so, yeah,
beautiful.
I recommend it. It's Taiwan Christmas, so I won't lie.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so the Christmas tree is probably Hello Kitty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it still felt like Christmas more than.
I think that it's tough for me as a I grew up in Western Christmas, right? And it's like the biggest thing ever, and it's Canadian and it's Mexican, so it's like it's massive. It's like the Americanish and it's the Mexican, so it's like the most massive thing ever. And then being here, my wife's Taiwanese, so they don't really know about Christmas here too much, right? And then my daughter, she only knows what I show her, and I try like my best to make it something, but it can never compete with a real Christmas back home. So hopefully this Christmas we'll do something big in Mexico. So she won't get the snow, but something massive. Yeah.
Just the smell of a Christmas tree. I miss just the smell of a Christmas tree.
I love that.
That'll be awesome.
Like the real Christmas trees.
Like
and it's just
like
the whole house smells like pine, right?
It's
beautiful.
Amazing, right? Not a hot pink Christmas tree.
The plastic trees, the plastic
hot pink Christmas trees.
It's tough.
I mean, I get it, A, for effort, but just miss the mark.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a tough one, yeah.
But I do appreciate the effort.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Me too. Let's grab the next one. That was the last picture on there.
All right, fair enough.
So this one is from a local company I'm friends with called Empress Hot Sauce, and this is their ghost pepper. It's really well balanced though, so people freak out, but it's not super hot. It's kind of like it's really well balanced.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right.
So you want to do the wing?
I'm gonna do the.
Okay. You want to do the drum on the last
drum
one?
Okay. Yeah, we'll do this.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm worried about ghost.
Yeah, it's really well. I don't know. It's really well balanced. So.
Okay, I can taste. I can get that. Mm. It's a different kind of heat though than the.
Definitely different. Yeah, for sure.
Like I would say, it's not hotter.
Yeah.
It's definitely more in my throat, in the back of my throat, kind of heat.
Yeah.
Kind of more of a traditional Mexican type heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Kind of that long finish.
Yep.
Delicious.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So that's one of my favorite locally made, not my own sauces. Yeah. Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It has just the right amount of vinegar too. I see what you're saying about the balance.
Pretty well balanced. Yeah. Speaking of food, right? Do you have any favorite foods here that you'll miss?
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.
I like a lot of the traditional stuff. Like I love a good bowl of beef noodle soup.
A good bowl is really like wow.
I love a good bowl.
Yeah.
I have one of my favorite places that I will miss. I like the. I mean, who doesn't like xiaolongbao and that kind of stuff? Don't get me wrong,
for sure.
but
That's
like
delicious,
the street food, like the pork buns.
Yeah.
You know the ones that they stick to the side.
Yeah, like it's almost like a tandoori stick to the side, right?
Yes, they stick to the side so they get really crunchy, and the meat inside is like a spicy, peppery pork.
Yeah. That's super good. I love that. Yeah.
Dude, I love a pork bun.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, that's.
It's still spicy, but it's yeah.
Okay. Let me think. What else?
Anything you'll be like 3 months in Mississippi, you're sitting there thinking, "Damn, I missed this from Taiwan." Food wise,
we had one of our favorite things, and they're hard to find. Is the spring onion pancakes, right? Mm-hmm. They have one where they make it with the beef inside. So they roll thinly sliced beef.
Okay, yeah.
Thinly sliced green onions.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of like that red plumish type sauce, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And they roll it into the...
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's like a beef roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking... We had one yesterday. So I went and got one yesterday. as kind of like a last hurrah. And we were like,
oh man,
we're never going to get this again. And I'm like, well, let's try to figure out how to make it. Like,
I was going to say, that was another question, you know, did you, I mean, pick up any of the skills from cooking wise out here? Was anything that you, because I know that there's like Ivy's Kitchen, there's like a lady who teaches usually expats to make some local dishes.
Yeah.
I've actually this summer I'll probably book a class, and I got some ideas, but yeah.
She's awesome. I've taken several classes from Ivy.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she's amazing. And her knowledge of like Taiwan food is and where it grows and how it is just
she's
spectacular.
Great.
She's really
Sweet
good.
lady, yeah.
She taught me how to make xiaolongbao and stuff like that. Like beautiful.
So you can take that home with you, right?
Yeah, but
I mean, it's gonna be tough for sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like making tamales with your friends, right? With your family. Yeah. It's like a day of like.
Right. It's a lot.
It's a huge amount of work.
Yeah. It's like tamales.
Tamales,
right?
it's like 2 days work. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
But you know, really, the truth of the matter is, and he'll probably hate me for saying this, but
no.
My husband does 90% of the cooking.
Oh, okay, that's
because he loves it. You know, he was a fireman for 16 years. And
he looks like a fireman.
Yeah,
okay, he does. He looks like a fireman. Huh? He's got the hair and he's buff. And okay.
So he was a fireman for 16 years. So he cooked in the firehouse, right?
Beautiful.
And fell in love with that.
Okay.
And so it's one of his ways to relax.
Sure.
And so
okay.
He does a good portion of the cooking, but he's picked up a ton of like ways of cooking, like with spices and how to, you know. So we make scads of more Asian inspired dishes than you would ever.
Beautiful.
You know. In California, you don't make pad thai, right? In California, you don't make, you know, curry chicken.
Yeah.
But he has some signature dishes that we are just madly in love with.
I like. We'll have to.
I will take more water.
Yeah. Another horchata there, and that's not a straw, but you can try.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we try really hard to bring some of those dishes home, like to family.
Beautiful.
And some of them have been a home run. My brother's more adventurous with food.
Okay.
So he's liked a lot of our dishes that we've done.
Yep.
Tim's parents are a little bit more old school. You know, they're in their late 70s, early 80s.
It's tough
Always
when you've done
kind
your
and like, oh, thanks. This is very nice. But, you know, he's kind of secretly wishing we had just made meatloaf.
Okay, yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. I love it. That's so funny.
But so we'll see. We'll definitely keep cooking because we love it. We can't wait to cook in our kitchen.
It's like traveling, right? It's like traveling. You know, the food brings you back, right?
Right. So we plan to do a lot of cooking.
Okay,
that's one of the reasons we bought that one house is because
it's got a nice kitchen.
It's got a really nice kitchen.
Okay.
Compared to our little, what we call the one butt kitchen here. Only one of us and our butt can fit in there.
That's about right. Yeah, that's about right. We have probably the best kitchen house wise, the best kitchen we've had. Obviously, it's not comparable to a restaurant kitchen, but it's tiny.
Yeah,
it's tiny. Yeah.
It's tiny,
and it's like it's okay, but it's
It
back
works.
home where you have like the island and all the craziness that you can just build whatever you want.
Yeah,
that's
we've
cool.
got an island.
I have. I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
So we're excited to have that really big, full kitchen that we can actually like just spread out and make stuff. And
I love it. Yeah. First meal when you get back.
It's almost always Taco Bell, which is really kind of sad.
Okay. No. Mine's A&W.
Oh yeah.
A&W. Teen burger, onion rings, and a root beer. It's like,
pow, right?
That's where we go. People are like, oh, Tim Hortons. I'm like, no. Tim Hortons, A&W.
Right?
A&W. Yeah.
Right?
A&W
we have
Teen
a number
burger.
of them, but it's always Taco Bell.
That's
and
so
it's
funny.
Just because it's not
so
Mexican.
different. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's just familiar.
It's familiar. Yeah.
Right?
It's like eating nostalgia, right?
Yeah. So
when I grew up eating, when we would go to the big city, which is 45 minutes away, we'd always go to A&W and you'd get a teen burger and those onion rings and a root beer, and you just sit there and you're just like, this is the best thing ever.
Right.
And,
especially when you're a kid.
Yeah, when you're a kid.
It's a treat.
It's a treat, yeah.
It's only when mom and dad say so, right? You don't get to
Exactly.
call it.
Yeah. And then I was just having this conversation with Ryan Haynes, and he was saying, same thing. Then you go to college and you're like, yes, McDonald's every day. And then like a week of that and you're like, oh, that's awful. I want mom's food, Oh no, I have to cook. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Is true, right? Very true.
But A&W still is for me, is the first thing I get.
Yeah, first thing
I
you
love
get.
it.
Are A&Ws a lot in Canada?
There are. I think it's American, right? A&W.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think so, but there's a lot in Canada. Yeah,
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder.
It's weird. I love
there are
it.
not as many in California.
Maybe they moved to. I don't know. Yeah. Well, California's got like In-N-Out Burger and all that. So
They do have
it's
all
tough
that
to
stuff.
compete with
But we
that.
had A&W when we were growing up.
Okay.
I mean, I remember right where it is. It's now it's still a fast food restaurant
Okay.
now. It's El Pollo Loco, I think.
Do you remember when I don't know when the A&Ws were like drive-in ones almost, where they
yes.
would like attach it to the window?
Right, right.
I remember as a kid, you're in. Obviously, I wasn't driving, but you're in the back seat, and the girls are this is dated. Obviously, I can't remember if they walked over or they roller skated over, but it was like they would clip it onto the
Right.
window, and you would sit there, and you're like, "This is the best thing ever."
Yeah, it was
How
the
come no
best.
one does that now? Like, it's so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
No, I love that. And I
Yeah.
remember the root beer floats were like
Of course.
so good.
Amazing. Yeah,
But
yeah.
were always so sticky and like
Yeah, of
messy.
course.
Like now I'd be like
Spill everything in the car.
Yeah,
Of
right?
course.
Like it was an
Yeah.
event. But yeah,
If we ever went to one of those, my daughter would spill it,
right.
and my wife would go crazy because she's like, "You spilled everything," and I would just sit there with like, "Oh, this is good." Yeah.
Back in the day, I don't
Yeah.
know, this might even been before you. Back in the day, if you had an A&W mug and you had bought it from them,
Okay.
if you came in with your mug, you got a free mug of root beer.
Oh wow, no, I didn't.
So
I
we
didn't
had
even know
this
that. Okay.
A&W mug, and it had some
That's
A&W on it,
awesome.
and it had one of those big
Oh,
old handles.
I love
and
it.
whenever we would go, my dad at the time, he
He'd
would
be
bring
like,
his
boom.
mug because
Oh,
he would get
that's
his
so
root
cool.
beer for free. I don't know how
Yeah.
much the mug cost.
Yeah,
you had
no.
to, you had to shell out whatever it was
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then
yeah,
to get
and
the
then
mug.
it's like refillable.
But you always got one free root beer when you came in because you had the A&W
Oh
mug.
man, and A&W root beer is awesome. I mean,
Right?
it's yeah, it's super
And
good.
what a good marketing strategy, right? Like,
Yeah,
here's
for
a
sure
mug.
it is. Yeah, here's a mug.
Cost me a dime to fill it, but you're
Yeah.
not coming in just for root beer. You're going to bring your whole family and eat burgers and
Exactly,
fries and the
exactly.
whole 9
I
yards.
love it.
It's worth the 10 cents to get you back in.
And the onion rings are great. That's the we're
the
working
bu-
on that. Yeah, the onion. I mean, fries is okay, but their onion rings have always been
Yeah.
fantastic. I don't know what it is, but they're beautiful.
Right?
The first thing I get, like in the airport, it's like
Yeah, that's how it is.
there it is, A&W.
On the
Let's
way
go.
home from San Francisco, we
yeah.
always stop at there's a
So funny, a Taco Bell.
Taco Bell on the
That's
way.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
just far enough out of town where we're not like
Yeah.
gonna hit any more traffic, and
Yeah.
it's right about the time I'm like I'm ready. Let's do
Oh
it. I need a
man,
burrito.
I want
supreme.
A&W now. I want A&W.
Right
Damn
now,
it.
right?
Damn it. All right. Should we get the last one or keep going a little bit? How you feeling?
I'm good.
You
My
good?
lips are on fire from
Okay.
that last one, but
You want to
I'm
chill
good.
for a sec, or you want to keep going?
We'll give it another 30 seconds here.
Okay. No problem. I was actually gonna. Yeah.
That was a really good one, though. I really like that one, but I think one would be. I could see if you tried to throw down like a dozen of those.
Oh
you'd
yeah,
be in
that would be
trouble.
rough. Yeah. Well, this last one is more spicy, and it's sometimes people when they watch this, they come in and they're like, "Can I order that?" And we're like, "Yeah, we have it on the menu, and you can get like 3 and then 3 of a less spicy one."
Oh,
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. And they're like, no, I want 6 of this one. And I'm like, you don't want 6 of that.
darling.
And they're like, yeah. And I think it was maybe twice we gave in, like, okay, you have 6. And then they'll have half of one. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you want to wrap that up? And they're like, no.
No.
So
No.
we'll see how it
No,
goes.
what I'd like you to do is rinse it off
Yeah.
and recoat it with like
With something else.
honey.
Yeah. With honey. Exactly. Yeah.
that is hilarious. Yeah, you couldn't do those for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for sure. Do you have any, in case anybody watching that is thinking about maybe they want to do kind of like the expat thing, they were in maybe your position 10, 12 years ago,
Right.
and that thinking, hey, maybe we went to a fair and they're thinking about it, they're on the fence about going somewhere and checking it out?
I would say,
Yeah.
without pause, nothing's forever. So give stuff a try,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, I think fear-driven decisions is always terrible, right? Like making decisions out
Sure,
of fear
sure.
or uncertainty leads to a very mediocre life, right? Because you never
Agreed.
try anything new. You
Agreed,
never
yeah.
stretch yourself.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we'd have gotten here and it didn't work,
Yeah.
it's a plane ride home. You know what I
True.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I think some people get so overwhelmed with just the idea of it that they just won't even take that first step because they're so worried about the end.
Yeah.
The end will come. You just have to take a step and do it. And if you
Okay.
need to change lanes or you need to make a U-turn, that's allowed, right? Like
That is allowed. Yeah.
Nothing is ever
Yeah.
set in stone.
I agree.
And so yeah, I would suggest that you just live outside of, stretch yourself, right? Like,
Okay.
it's okay.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean,
Stretch
I don't
yourself.
think, the little girl I grew up, when I grew up, I didn't grow up in ideal situations. I grew up pretty poor.
Okay.
And the idea that little girl that, wore shoes till their soles fell off and,
Okay.
clothes that were too small has seen the Taj Mahal, right?
That's amazing.
Is
Yeah.
because I stretched, right?
Okay.
Because nobody gave me that, right? Like nobody
Yeah.
said you will travel the world when I was 3 or 4 or 6 or 7 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make a decision somewhere along the way that I wanted to stretch beyond what was the parameters, you know what I mean, that had kind of been given to me, you know what I mean? A poor girl on welfare doesn't see the Taj Mahal,
Gotcha.
right? But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to. So stretch, you know what I mean? There's no harm in that. And you can always retreat. That's
Yeah.
the thing I think people get really overwhelmed with, the idea that if I stretch myself and it doesn't work, then I've made a mistake. No, you can always retreat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So stretch would be my advice, is just
Okay.
stretch and give it a chance. And if it doesn't work, you just U-turn. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But you
Yeah.
never know till you try.
I agree 100%.
Right? Like, I never would have thought. I mean, when I first met my husband, he didn't have a passport
Okay.
because
Yeah.
he had just never thought. of
Never thought about
traveling.
leaving. Okay.
It didn't dawn on him, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't part of his scope, right? Like,
Yeah.
to do that, his parents were, very beautiful, still very beautiful people.
Yeah, of course.
that lived in the same little town, who
Yeah.
went to the same little church,
Yep.
and were perfectly happy within that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And so for him, the idea of stretching beyond that he didn't comprehend. And so when he first met me, I was on my way to Italy, actually.
Okay, beautiful.
And he was like, "You're just going to go to Italy, like, by yourself?" Yeah, I'm going to Italy, And
There's-
I'm like,
yeah, I'm
"You're a
going."
nice guy. If you're here when I get back, we'll see what happens. But
Okay.
I'm leaving. I'm going to Italy." And he had just never had that kind of idea that he could stretch himself. So when he got
Okay.
offered this job and we came here, it was a big stretch for him, from
Okay.
somebody who didn't even have a
Sure.
passport. So, and look
And
what
then
how enriching
staying
it
for-
was,
for
right?
so
like
long.
how beautiful, right? Like for a man who didn't have a passport to now have some 30 odd stamps from 30 different places in it is
It's great.
right? And
Yeah.
if at any time it didn't work, we would have just come home.
Could just go. Yeah.
we would have just come home. I always I used to tell him, California's not going anywhere, right? Like, it's not
True.
going anywhere.
It's true. It's true.
It's not
yeah.
like I've left and don't have a way back.
Yeah.
So just stretch would be my advice.
Stretch.
Just stretch.
I love the advice. Stretch.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I like that a lot. That's good. Yeah. and I agree as well. I mean, again, I've been here for a long time, and
Right.
also small town. My parents immigrated, and it was just like, either work at the mill or get a good job or whatever.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And
No.
but I thought I'd come out here and check it out. And no one in my family owns a business. I mean, my mom cooks, but she's never owned a restaurant. No one's an entrepreneur. No one's done anything like this. And so
Right.
kind of crazy,
It's kind
yeah.
of exciting though. Like,
pretty exciting,
You created
yeah.
a different option for people who wouldn't have been given an option, right?
True. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They may not all follow in your footsteps, but now they know that,
Yeah. It's doable.
right, it's doable.
Doable,
Or their dream is doable if that
Whatever they
doesn't
want.
align with
Love
what
it.
they thought, right?
I
Like,
love
I mean,
that.
that's huge. And
It's
I
very
think that's
huge.
one of the great things about diversity, right? And,
I agree.
is being exposed to so many different things. And you can
Yeah.
have an opportunity to say, maybe
Yeah.
my lane looks different than
Yeah.
what I thought it looked like,
Yeah.
right?
I also think, to go back a little bit to what you were saying earlier with all the ladies and stuff that you met here, I think not just the ladies, the people that are here, we're kind of a similar mindset of you come out here. And that's actually one of the reasons I started the podcast, was because there's just cool stories of people that came out here, and it's just like, what? You did that? That's amazing.
Right.
People should know, right? So there's a lot of cool stuff happening, and
Yeah, I think it's great.
It's
And I
a
think
cool
it's
thing.
wonderful, that diversity of meeting different people and different stories and different
Yeah.
opportunities. It's you're not going to find that if you stay in your same town.
It's true.
You're
It's
just
true.
not.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that people don't have stories in a little town.
Agree. For sure.
but
sure.
oftentimes their stories are a little less robust. You know what I mean?
For sure. No, I mean, I love my town. When I go back, it seems, everybody's kind of, just chilling. Friday night, everyone goes out for drinks or whatever. It's the same thing for generations. And then I feel almost like an alien sometimes when I go back, because
Oh,
it's
I
just
bet,
like,
I bet.
okay, cool. Some of the conversations is like, hey, we're going to go on strike. And I'm like, does that still happen? Like, what? Strike? That's like 20 years ago.
Right,
Talk.
right,
What are you talking
right.
about, you know? So, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. But
Yeah, it is. Right. I think
I kind of just sit on the side and I'm like, once in a while I'll say, well, what if they shut down and open up in Vietnam? Then what are you going to do? And then they're just like,
that doesn't happen.
who's this guy? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and drink my beer. Forget it. So funny.
No, it's very true.
Yeah. Cool. I love it. So let's grab this last one.
All right,
you ready?
let's do it.
Yeah?
I am. I think
so
I'm
you're
ready.
wing or drum on this one? Can't remember.
I think I'm drum, but maybe
Go
I
for
should
it.
go wing.
Whatever you want to do. Whatever you
All
want
right,
to do.
I'm going drum. I'm
Okay,
going
go
in.
drum.
I'm going
So
in.
this is the last one. This one is
I'm still sweating
the
from the
hot
last
one.
one
This is
a
the
lot.
hot one. This is
Oh, no.
I won't, should I tell you what's in it or no? Maybe not. Let's
Well,
see.
since the last one was ghost pepper,
Okay.
I'm afraid that this might be like the urine of the devil or
This
something.
is this is the Carolina Reaper. Yeah.
Carolina Reaper. Is it like from South Carolina?
Yeah, there's a guy who basically ate really spicy and he crossbred like the hottest chilies to make this. It's hot.
Oh my god.
It's the end. It's the end. Yeah.
Is this how you torture your...
Just the last one's a torture, yeah.
Oh. Whew.
You
Yeah,
don't have to eat
that's
it.
not...
Yeah, that's why we have extra glasses of everything. Yeah,
Yeah, you brought this horchata just
we
in time.
We did. You don't have to eat it. It's all good. Just
Ooh.
take your time. It's
Yeah,
rough.
I don't know that that's edible.
It's definitely tough. It's definitely tough for sure.
Oh, Eddie,
Ooh.
Eddie.
I know it's tough. It's a tough one. We actually sell bottles of this, and people love it, but nobody actually cakes a wing in it, right? We only do it for the end because we're pretty much done.
Ooh,
Just
yeah.
kind of just to get a little bit of a little sweat going.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine now someone wanting 6.
Dude, I took
You took a
one
bite.
half of a bite.
Exactly. It's crazy.
How is that humanly consumable?
It's definitely a tough one for sure.
Can you eat it?
I do, yeah, for sure. I can eat.
Oh,
I
wow.
eat it every week. I eat it, yeah.
It's so hot, it gave me the hiccups.
Oh my god! Yesterday I had the hiccups. We had curry, and I had like the hiccups. I had this like massive heartburn all night. I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, that
Crazy,
gave me
yeah.
the hiccups. That is ridiculous, Eddie.
It's crazy, right? I know. So I want to ask you one more thing. Do you have a message or anything you want to share with all of the lifelong people that you've met, all the friends that you made in Taiwan? Something you want to leave it with them?
Don't eat the Carolina.
Don't eat the Carolina. Yeah. You know what? You're like probably the 10th person to say that because it's crazy. It's crazy, the Reaper,
I
right?
feel like I got an extra hot bite or something. Well, I like hot.
It's very hot, yeah.
All right, hold on.
Carolina Reaper. So imagine the boys that I had in there. They're just like, they're like, whoa.
Yeah,
Crazy,
now
crazy.
when you were telling that story before, I thought they were wimps.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You got to have one at the end that's rough, right? Before I had that one, people would get to the end and be like, what the hell? That's it? Oh, that was a ripoff. And I'm like, okay, let me make one more, you know?
Oh, yeah. That's not a ripoff. That's the real deal.
It's crazy,
Oh
right?
my gosh, Eddie, like I literally cannot feel my tongue.
Yeah, just don't touch your eyes.
Oh, no, God. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? Wow, that is crazy.
Crazy, right? I'm going to save it for your husband to try. Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That's
it's like
it.
it's like good for a second and then I have
Yeah.
to do it again.
It's a lot of Carolina Reaper. Yeah. It's crazy.
All right, I'm going to man up.
Locally grown
Is it locally grown?
in Pingdong. Yeah. Small place grows it. They're like, do you want some of this one? I'm like, is that Carolina Reaper? They're like, yeah. Send me all of it. Whenever you have some, send it to me. I'll make a sauce. And it's super popular sauce. People buy it in bottles. Obviously, they just put a couple of drops on. They don't just like, but yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I feel a little bit tortured. I was going to remember you fondly.
Don't touch your eyes or you're going to hate me.
Yeah, I'm not going to catch my eyes.
So,
Yeah.
final message for Taiwan, for your friends in Taiwan, for the ones that are still here, for the ones that have gone back. Anything you want to add? You want to just say before we call it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have to say that, like I kind of mentioned earlier, from a little girl that was, didn't really see much of a future for herself, being, pretty poor and pretty poor off. The experience that I've had here with the people, the place, the country, the travel, the friendships, like it has made me full.
I
in
love
a place that I was so void, and I was very void.
You didn't even know, but you didn't know, right?
No,
like,
I didn't know I was that void. You know what I mean? I mean, I knew that there was parts of me that felt empty, and I felt like I didn't feel very complete. And I think some of that comes from my childhood. I think some of it comes from the fact that I felt like I had more to give and I had more to be. And none of that was happening. And then I came here and it was like I just ballooned, right? Like everything just blossomed. And the people I've met and the experiences I've had, I'm full, right?
Okay.
Like, and almost so much that I'm okay to leave because I feel like I want to spill out into my new country, right? Like, not my new country, but my new state.
Yeah.
Like, I have so much that happened to me, so much growth that happened to me, so much. I see the world so much differently.
Yeah.
Like, such a worldview.
Your eyes are open, right?
Yeah. It's just so much clearer. And I'm just super excited to, like, what has made me full can now spill over into my new experiences.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad that, I've been told that repatriating is pretty rough and that some of those things that I'm super excited to share with people are going to fall on people who are like, I don't really care that much.
That's not surprising because when I go back to visit, it's that they're like, dude, no one cares.
Yeah, okay, no one cares,
thanks.
Right?
Thanks, man. Yeah, that's just my life. Yeah.
Yeah, right? It's just the last 11 years of my growth and who I am is unimportant. But some of it will spill over for sure. I've already arranged with some of the ladies that live in my neighborhood to teach them Mahjong, right? And they're super excited to learn. And so
you go to like a Chinatown in one of the cities and be like, hey, this is what we get in Taiwan. Yeah, it's going to be good. This will be good.
I think it's going to be good. But for the people that have already left, the people that I'm leaving behind, it's never goodbye until we meet again. Okay. My door is always open. We've said it to dozens of people. We really want people to come visit. Come visit, right? Mm-hmm. Like, come see Mississippi. Come to Florida. We have a home in Florida as well. Come to our condo in Florida. Beautiful. Come to our house in Mississippi.
Awesome.
The door is always open, right? Like, these are friendships that we want to last a lifetime, right? So come see us.
Come and see you guys. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. We'll miss you,
for
Eddie.
all the years.
I know. I'm surprised we didn't see a picture of me holding your daughter. I thought
I couldn't find one. I couldn't find one. Yeah. I was like, where's this picture at? Yeah. Because you used to care when she was like a baby.
When she was a baby, right? It was we got here right when she was born,
she was a baby, yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty tiny back then.
She was, yeah. She's time flies.
It happens fast, right? Don't blink.
No, that's why I enjoy every moment. People are like, hey, let's go to the bar. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna taking my daughter to the movies.
Right. We're gonna watch another episode of whatever.
My Little Pony or something.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care. I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it happens fast. It happens really fast.
But thank you so much for all the years of being awesome. Created that amazing FIT group I forgot to mention.
Yeah, the
fantastic group, the Friends in Taiwan.
Yeah, that was a great page, and I was glad to be a part of that as well.
And huge part of the community. There's going to be a big hole when you leave, for sure.
The unofficial mayor is what I heard.
That's it. That's you. I like that.
The unofficial mayor.
The unofficial
Tianmu,
mayor.
Right?
Yeah. That is 100% accurate. I love it.
Yeah. Well, that'll be the hard thing, I think, is when people start logging into the Fit page and ask a question, I want to answer it so quickly, but I've handed it off to some good people, so you'll be left with good hands.
No, we're done. Perfect. Well, thank you so much one more time.
Yeah. Thanks, Eddie.
Thanks you for coming. Thank you guys for watching. We thank this lovely lady for all the years of friendship and coming and supporting the business and everything. So, thank you so much.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.